back to your Fighting Hoosier broadcast of the Big Ten ACC doubleheader here out on Lake Levin, beautiful Lake Levin, on a wonderful Sunday morning. Just a little bit chilly as my nose is dripping down into my mask, and my fingers feel like they're about to fall off. But other than that, it's a beautiful morning out here on Lake Levin. Wind temperatures make you feel like it's about 25. Outdoor temperatures are about 34 degrees or so it feels, as we're following the races from the media launch here on Lake Levin. And we have the pedigree, awesome, most favorite event of the day, the Novice 8. These are all rowers, pardon me, for the Big Ten schools, this is the Novice 8. For Louisville, this is their third varsity 8. The ACC does not have a novice event at their championships. However, the Big Ten does. So the two conferences put these two crews together as they're the most like in ability. And the Big Ten crews from Indiana and Iowa have all just started rowing this past September. None of these, very many of these athletes ever knew what an oar or a boat was before they came here to the college in the fall. So they've all picked up the sport since September and have made some amazing strides. And this is always a little bit of a very eventful event, if I could say so myself, because anything can happen. These guys have just started rowing. There may be a grab, there may be an ejection, there may be a oxen that crosses lanes. This could be quite an exciting day here as we get geared up for this first Novice 8 here out on Lake Levin. In lane 1, furthest away from the spectator shore at Riddle Point, we have the bright red tops of Louisville. In lane 2, in the bright yellow Windflocker shell, we have your Indiana Hoosier crew. And in lane 3, closer to the shore in their bright yellow tops, are the Iowa Hawkeyes. All crews are sitting ready at the start, still waiting for the liner to put the flag in the air and say, we have alignment. Not quite has happened yet. Again, it is very calm and peaceful down here at the start as we're waiting for the crews to get aligned. Indiana's backing it down just a couple feet. Looks like the bow balls are pretty close. And we have alignment. All three boats are level. Starters pulling the boats. Attention. Go, and they're off, and here comes the big guns, the Novice 8 event, as all the crews shoot out of the starting line. 38 strokes a minute for Iowa in lane 3. Iowa gets the better end of this conversation and shoots out here to taking a very quick and aggressive 4-seat lead. We have Iowa 4 seats up on Indiana, who's dead even with Louisville. Iowa now 7 seats up on Indiana, who's dead even with Louisville. Iowa just rocketed it out of that line and took off. So we have now in the Novice 8 event, first novice, Iowa, won the full gold race up on Louisville, who is taking a seat away from Indiana. Iowa 1 length up on Louisville, who has 2 seats now on Indiana. Indiana in the middle lane, able to sense where both crews are. Iowa now has broken open water. Iowa crew, to be honest, these guys don't look like novices. They must be fantastically coached. Getting to the body angle, very good precision, very good timing, taking the water very well. Iowa rowing in their Popop racing shell now has pushed out to 4 seats open water on Louisville. Then also in a Popop is now 4 seats up on Indiana. So through 250 meters, it's Iowa, Louisville, then Indiana, as the crews are quickly approaching 500 meters down. Quickly approaching 500 meters down. This is going to be Iowa through the first 500 meters. Marker first. We'll give you some margins once they get to that point. But Iowa has just announced their presence with authority, will not go away into the night, and they are through the 500 now. Louisville will be crossing the 500-meter mark second. They are through now, Indiana, now. So Louisville is down a 1-seat lead on Indiana, who is hanging on to Louisville as Iowa continues to press. Iowa looks like they got a big dog backing and chasing after them, the way these athletes are really. They are just taking off as they head cruising for the 1,000-meter mark. Now a full boat length up on Louisville, who has maybe 3 seats up on Indiana. So we have Iowa well ahead of Louisville, who is in a little bit of a fight now with Indiana. The Hoosiers of Indiana in the middle lane. Rowers will look to the right side as the Louisville rowers are going to be looking to the left side. Iowa starting to veer a little bit off the course. Again, this is the novice 8 event, so these captains and rowers aren't as experienced as the rest of the races you see today. Iowa is being commanded by their coach, Andrew Carden, the official here for this race, to come to their left. And it looks like they still haven't made the adjustment. And yet, I would say it's absolutely clear Iowa has veered off the race course to the right side of the race course, and I don't think she's going to make the adjustment. No, Iowa's going to go the long road, as you might say, in this race, and that actually has made a little bit of a margin difference. So they've lost probably about a boat length by making this turn. Oh, wait, no, she sees the buoy. She's coming towards the buoy. She's going to get to the wrong side of the buoy. So Iowa has decided to exit the race course, and maybe they'll be rejoining the race, perhaps, as they're being yelled at by the official. They'll come to the left, and they have made the correction as Louisville continues to hold now a 5-seat lead on Indiana. Indiana and Louisville, of course, seem to be just been fine as they've been battling each other. Now Iowa comes hard to their left, gets back on the course, says, hey guys, we're going to rejoin the race. We're having fun. We're in the lead. We just want to wrap this thing up and make it a little bit more exciting. As they're back on the course and racing for the finish line, we are over 1,000 meters gone, and Louisville, Indiana, has still been fighting it out here in the back. Louisville has now taken an 8-seat lead on Indiana. We have Louisville 8 seats up on Indiana, as Indiana and Louisville are still open water behind Iowa. Again, this is the novice 8 event. These rowers have never rowed before. They came here to their respective universities, and Indiana's foul ball is sitting on the Louisville stroke seat. Louisville looks to the left. Louisville very strong with their catches and swinging their bodies open the perpendicular, maybe a little bit more. Indiana a little bit more way back than the Louisville crew, actually trying to swing their shoulders into the bow and get a nice send as their boat moves along. Indiana's foul ball is now overlapping with Louisville's 7 seat. Iowa, who has rejoined the race and back on the race course, is heading in the right direction. Hopefully they won't hurt anybody or hit anything. And they are clear open water up on Indiana and Louisville. Louisville has responded to Indiana's move and has put the Indiana foul ball back on their stroke seat. So in rowing, we'll call this closed water distance between Louisville and Indiana. Louisville sitting with an 8-seat lead up on the Hoosiers of Indiana. 500 meters to go, as they like to say in rowing events, last 500, time to really put it home, put the nail in the coffin. Definitely looks like Louisville for this event not only put the nail in the coffin, but buried under 6 feet of dirt. Now, Louisville and Indiana, that's another conversation. Indiana now gets their foul ball on the Louisville 60. Indiana starting to press on the Louisville's lead. Iowa is off to the races. They're clearly going to win this event unless they decide to not cross the finish line, which is possible, but they look like they're going to win. Louisville has now pushed out to getting another 2 seats up on Indiana. Can Indiana respond and push back into Louisville to salvage a second-place finish in this event? It looks like Louisville really wants to get this one on them, though. They can't quite seem to break that foul ball of the spirit of Indiana crew. Indiana looks to their left. Louisville looks to their right, and the crew start to come up in their stroke ratings in the last 250. And it looks like Louisville has made their push early and has gotten their foul ball ahead of Indiana. So Louisville is clear of the Indiana crew and sitting 1 length up on them. Iowa still on the race course, fortunately for them. It looks like they are going to cross the finish line, and all will be okay for them up there. And Indiana is holding 1 length open back to Louisville. We have 150 meters to go. Stroke ratings come up. Indiana starts to move a little bit back on Louisville. Louisville looks to their left and tries to push back ahead of Indiana. Indiana Balboa, now on Louisville Strip Seat. Indiana Balboa on Louisville 7th Street. Indiana Balboa on Louisville 6th Street. It might be too little too late from the Hoosiers. Indiana Balboa on Louisville 4th Street. On Louisville 3 Street. Oh, and Louisville crosses the finish line. Just 4 seats up on Indiana. Indiana made a heck of a charge in the end, but just weren't quite able, ran out of race course, as they like to say in our sport. And everything was safe and fine in the Iowa Hawkeye Creek. Thankfully, those guys had such a lead, they probably could have actually made a couple S-turns and still been okay, but they will take the win of the Bowden 8, the Iowa Hawkeyes, with Louisville second and Indiana third.